Alright folks, today we're talking about the top 5 largest carnivorous dinosaurs that have walked the earth. Crap. Okay, so this top 5 list, these are the largest theropod or carnivorous dinosaurs. So now there are some variations depending on who puts together the list of these dinosaurs, for the simple fact that a lot of the dinosaurs reach lengths of between 12 to 13 meters long, or 39 to 42 feet. So if you were to look up a list, it may not be the same as this one. There's also a lot of there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of genus names and species names that are controversial, and most of those I have left off. So I'm going to 5, all but the 5th one. I'm going with 5 famous dinosaurs. Now these are the biggest. They're in the top. They're in the top list. It's just that there are some variation depending on who you talk to. Number 5. It is Saurophaganax. This guy here. I'll spell the name out as well, but he got between 10 to 13 meters long. So he could have reached lengths up to, saying it could have reached lengths up to 42 feet. There's another name that has been applied to this, which is Allosaurus maximus. So it is related to the smaller and better well-known Allosaurus fragilis, which has actually got a place in the new, in some of the new Jurassic World films, especially the short film. It's highly Battle at Big Rock Park. If you have not seen it, I suggest it's good. You can find it on YouTube. It's just a short. But these lived in the late Jurassic period. This is the only Jurassic dinosaur. And it was kind of rare that a predator got that large in the Jurassic. So they are fairly unique as far as their size in that time frame. Number 4 is the one that everyone knows. That is Tyrannosaurus rex. Or here's a picture. So the largest confirmed, now it has been confirmed that this is 13 meters or 42 feet. At 98% complete skeleton of Sue. She is the longest. There's one that estimated to weigh more. So these are late Cretaceous dinosaurs. So they lived at the end, 66 million years ago, 68, 66, or 60, yeah, 68, 66 million years ago. Maybe before, but they were at 66 million years ago. They were one of the last living dinosaurs, and everyone knows T-Rex. The next 2, they're kind of tied for 3rd and 4th. Both have a maximum estimated lengths of either 13.2 or 13.3 meters. They're also both from the family Carcharodontosauridae. And they actually lived around the same time period, just in different locations. So the one I'm putting at number 3 is Giganotosaurus. Here. Now Giganotosaurus is a mid-Cretaceous dinosaur from Argentina. So it's estimated at 13.2 meters or 43 feet, roughly thereabout. They were very large, believed by many to have hunted sauropods, the long necks. There is if I remember right, there is a skeleton of Giganotosaurus in Atlanta, a museum in Atlanta, that I'm really wanting to go down there and see that. And then number 2 is Carnivorous, which is another mid-Cretaceous dinosaur that got 13.2, 13.3 meters. So again, 43 feet. The only difference is that this dinosaur, Carnivorous, lived in Africa, in sub-Saharan Africa. Now, at the time, in the mid-Cretaceous, the Atlantic, what would become the Atlantic, was not very wide. Only Africa and South America had been joined at one time, and then had begun splitting apart. And by the time the mid-Cretaceous came around, it had split apart some, but it was still fairly short, a short distance between the two continents. So it would have been fairly easy, and most likely there's a chance, there's a pretty good chance that these two had a common ancestor. They were both large, and again in the same family, Carnivorasauridae. Carnivorous actually means shark-toothed lizard, though they were not really lizards. So, as we go down to number 1, if you've noticed through the images I have placed on the screen, they all have a fairly similar body type, or body shape. Large theropods in general had a very similar, even things like T-Rex, Allosaurus, Carnivorous, all of these had fairly similar body shapes. Some were more massively built, while others were lighter, built more light, which were quicker. But most had shorter forelimbs, massive hind limbs, and long tails to counterbalance their massive heads. This next one, the number 1 spot, looks almost completely different. So, the number 1 is, of course, Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is quite famous for it's famous because of Jurassic Park 3, largely, at least for modern. But the design of the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus is really wrong. At the time, it was similar to what they had suspected it looked. Longer forelegs, shorter, or longer hind legs, shorter forelegs. The sail is completely different, as you can see. The Spinosaurus is almost a quadruped. Now, they are estimated to be between 14.3 and 15.6 meters, or 46 to 51 feet long. Again, they are mid-Cretaceous Africa, around at the same time as Carnivorous. Anyway, but they were around the same time as Dinosaurs, though most likely they did not compete for food. Mainly because it is believed, all the evidence suggests, between their body shape and their tooth, their anatomy, their entire anatomy, their body shape and their tooth construction, all point to them being a pescivore. Piscivore. They're, sorry, I'm having trouble. So they were mostly fish eaters. I'm sure they may have taken things like small crocodiles or something like that, but their long snout, their teeth, everything should suggest fish. It's also thought that they were predominantly aquatic, spending the vast majority of their time in the water. Their length, their weight, their short rear legs, their overcompensated, or their overbalanced front half, as well as their tail design, which is flat and paddle-like, all suggests that they spent a vast majority of their time in the water. We're not sure what to sell, for the reason for the sale, whether it be mating or like a mating display or something similar, but they are extremely unique. And again, really famous. Jurassic Park 3 Jurassic Park in general, brought dinosaurs, which were already popular, to many kids. Jurassic Park series brought it to the attention of the public, the mass public, and it's great. Jurassic Park has a lot of inaccuracies, of which I will talk in later videos. I do want to thank you all for watching my videos. Happy Halloween, happy Samhain. You all have a great day, stay safe, and don't be too afraid.